Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Gray Man Prepping. It is time for Survival Saturday. And tonight's topic is, what is your dream specialty gear? So, everyone, I hope you guys wrote it down or thought about it. So we're going to go in here in a minute. First, I'm going to say hi to everybody. In case some others have come in, so let's go ahead and knock them all out. For most of you didn't see it, I could tell by what comments is, but actually the first one in was Suzanne Galley really early today. And I got to go to, it's not showing up on StreamYard here, but I got to go over here to YouTube. And she said, small tractor with bucket and mini backhoe attachment. I never learned how to use a blade, just a bucket. Great for moving snow. I may not make it over tonight. Have fun. All right. So she was first one in. And since most of you couldn't see that, I had to put that up there for you. All right. Next one in was Walt Rogers, then Rebel Canners, then Troop 1351, then Chef Tech, Phelan Clan Wolf, Mother Earth Garden Club, Geeky Gardens, Aiden Air, Jay's in the house as well. Comments going on here. Oh, she is back. She made it back. Woo! Bushcraft Family, Diana too, and those are the ones making comments. And with the numbers counting off my head, we got 2 or 3 that are out there lurking that haven't checked in. Lurking is fine, but please, hey, give us a thumbs up. And at least say lurking like Troop 1351 did. And Tammy Harder just slid in here. She's lurking because she's going to need to head out soon. All right. No, just leave it playing while you leave. And Kaylin Strain just rolled in. All right. So some pieces of dream equipment. Yeah. A converted, got the added light bar. It's got the added room over here with the second, basically a crew cab on it. So that's one of my. This is one my son wants. I want the version that has they've bobbed the end, taken off the rear axle, and made it a little bit shorter. And it's in some places they've actually got it licensed as a pickup. And there's some other things that I've been thinking about. I'm just making sure I'm not missing any comments go by. Only if you win the lottery. Then it comes with a bodyguard and a driver. Utah Mike just rolled in. Yeah. If I win the lottery, I'm not telling anybody, but there will be a few signs. Yeah. Now, my wife says, if we win the lottery, there'll be a sign. Everyone will think we dropped off the face of the earth for at least the first 2 years. But, yeah. Hey, Seabass, how's it going? But as far as dream gear, dream gear, what do you, first of all, what do you guys consider to be dream specialty gear or dream gear or whatever? What do you guys consider that to be? I want to hear what you guys think it is. So yeah, go ahead and type it in there what you think specialty gear is. And let me get some of these up here. And so while you guys are thinking about it, I've talked about it several times, and probably anything that keeps me warm. Okay, so all right, so we had anything that keeps me warm, a 2020 Toyota Tundra, 4-wheel drive, I suspect, and crew cab. Let's see what we got here. A shop equipped with all the tools But woodworking. Hang on a second here. I got to step out for a second. I got to kick the kids out. They just came storming through the back door. And I'm back. All right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a wood shop. Yes. That would be amazing. That would be super amazing to have. That would be cool too. An already made like Hummer. Yeah. But a backhoe, mini excavator. Okay. 48-volt powered 48-volt golf cart with solar panel attached. Yeah. Yeah, you know, the whole hood over the top of all these solar panels. What else we got here? Okay, talk about that. All righty. One of the things I've talked about has been a track loader. That's not a skid steer. Skid steers have wheels. This is a track loader. And this is the Bobcat, and it's got all the interchangeable buckets. And what it's not showing here, unfortunately, very good, is right up where the cursor is wiggling around that key point. It's got extra hydraulic hookups for it, and some have high volume, other ones have low volume, high pressure. So depending on what attachment you're putting on the front to do with, such as the grappler claws on it. And an ATV or like a Polaris, yeah. And CVs here. You know, that's one of the things I'd like to get. But unfortunately, most of the those mini track loaders, the Bobcats and stuff, most of them don't come with a 3-point hitch or a thing in the back. Let me see if I can find it here again. I was looking at something earlier here. This control. No, that's not it. I have to spell it out here for it. I had it and I lost it because I started looking at other stuff and I forgot to save that one. All right. That's the 951. Now, I'll see if I can find the 931. The 931 is the small one. And John Deere makes one too. Let me see if I can get the cat. See if you can find it. 931. Just remember the number on it. All right, here we go. The little one, the little guy. But I want the one with. Oh, they also make it with the backhoe attachment on it. You can take the backhoe attachment off, and you can put the backhoe attachment can go on there, or the rippers can go on there. They're not showing the one. I used to operate the one that had the ripper bar on it, and we change out and I'll put all sorts of things on there on the back with it as well. Let me try this here. Look. With ripper, see if it shows it with the rippers on it. There's the ripper attachment right there. It goes on the back, so you can change things out fairly quickly with it. And with the there's the one with rippers attachments on it there. What's neat about that, that's small enough and powerful enough to do anything I want with it. And it with the way the rubber attachment is set up, I can actually put a hydraulic powered rotavator on the back. I can put the 3-point setup on there, so I can put all the attachments I have on a regular farm tractor on there as well. All right, let's see what we got here. Renault VAB. Let me look that up. VAB. Was that supposed? Oh, haha, yeah. Yeah, okay. I would definitely consider one of those specialty vehicles, and it comes with the 2-wheel or the where to go down here, or the 6-wheel equal, or the 6-wheel offset, where it steers not like a tank, but like, you know, a little bit better. Yeah, well, even with that 3-point hitch, it has a hitch assembly to where you can put a ball on it and to tow with stuff with it. 6x6 version, of course. Yeah, okay. Oh no. Fire at the neighbor because I had shut down for a few hours. Oh, not good. Yeah, but other specialty equipment, more, you know, and like I said, this is dream specialty equipment. So, hang on, let me bring up the good one. All right, we're gonna go to my favorite company. We're gonna go to Oshkosh. Oshkosh has all sorts of cool things. They got nice big trucks and tractors. They got cool ones like this, and this one here, front and rear axle froze. So this one here, the front 2-axle steer, or you can make all of them steer, so you can crab walk yourself to the right or crab walk yourself to the left. My son wants one of these as well. Something a little bit smaller than that monster sitting here behind me. But of course, you can always get it with the accessories towing behind it there. But one of the things here, so I can find the it's not going to pull it here. So let me pull up the actual page here. Oshkosh. Defense vehicles. All right. Here we go. Get ready to think about dropping some money here. Okay, so I want to look at tactical. I want the there's the light one. The light ones here was like the one that said my son wanted, but we're going to look at the LS. Is it the LSRV? Nope, not the LSRV. Let's look again. Tactical vehicles, PSO. Okay, so this show the. Yeah, so this has the body thing here, so you can actually load 20-foot cargo containers on it and haul it, or load them on the tractors and vice versa. But let's see. There we go. That's how it works. Yeah, unload them cargo containers, snag and go. All right, but there is a lot of cool things up here. Tactical. all the all-terrain vehicles, cool ones like that. Okay, so we have to go across here like this. You want a real 4x4? There you go. And if you think you got to haul something heavy, they got a bunch of different ones here. Yeah, a little bit up armored ones. And actually, some of these that are a few years old are coming out on the used market, like this monster behind me, and you get some cool things out of them. And they come in modular show ups and stuff like that, and do fun things with them. And they got dump truck versions and stuff like that too. All the gear. Okay, let me go back up here and look at this thing up here. Maybe an old John Deere model, a D model, yeah. Does that come with a Montus mounted? Well, no. All right, hang on. I got to go back to this one for him. Got to go back with this one for him here. Hang on here. Let's see if I can find a picture here of it. No, it doesn't come with a Mod Deuce, but it does come with the TOW missile launcher and the 30 millimeter chain gun on top with a tracking system. So would be okay with an electric golf cart with solar panels on it. All right, going gardening. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Unfortunately, after 2014, someone started buying a bunch of them around, investment guys, and turning them into survival max, where you people come in and they buy a level, and on their level they have all the different rooms and stuff, and it's got like 20 to 30 levels in it, and they there are certain common areas and stuff like that. But yeah, those would be nice. Unfortunately, if they're used, they don't come with a service plan. The new ones probably do. Yeah, the old ducks from World War II. Yeah, there are some of those still around. Need a money making machine right now. Okay. Yeah, they've turned the ducks were actually for like amphibious landing vehicles, and yeah, they made to haul troops in there. And they've been modified to haul tourists. So instead of shooting bullets, they're shooting film. We're just talking about gear and stuff, and this, like, my son doesn't want this for a bug out vehicle. He wants it with the added stuff on the back of it, so turn it into more like a camper type thing for going up to scout camp and camping in luxury up there and stuff like that. South Dakota has ammo bunker 50,000 and 1,000 a year lease, 1,000 per year lease. Yeah, I don't want to lease it. I want to own it. Yeah, he's thinking about he keeps talking about brewing his own diesel fuel. I would say for some of my specialty gear I want to get, going for the pew pews. I like the Ruger's precision rifle line. The Lapua 338 comes with 2 different barrel lengths that they're listed in their catalog, but you can special order from them, not through the catalog. They have another 4 inches on the end of it, threaded. And but what's neat about that is you get a compensator, not a suppressor on it. Compensator, you don't need an FFL, no BATFE tax stamp or anything on it. And then you shoot, then you use subsonics. Great. Then nobody can practically hear you, and since you're shooting subsonics, there's no crack as it goes flying down range, and you can hunt with it without everybody knowing where you're at. But even more, after watching all the videos from SHOT Show this year in Vegas, the Henry was the big pusher of it. A couple other guys had them as well. The lever action saddle rifles in 223/556, and they also had in the Lapua 338, and they've expanded their line of 357. Absolutely fantastic. You can also because if you get it in the lever action, shooting what usually goes in a semi-automatic action system, where you lose energy and stuff cycling the weapon. With a lever action, you can put a couple more inches on the barrel and really get a lot more speed out of it. The specialty, and Henry specialty one, I believe was the one I was looking at that I like better. I didn't see anybody talking much about the Lone Ranger. GN Henry. I'm looking it up here. Supreme, that's what it is. The Henry lever action Supreme rifle. And let's see if I can get a picture of it for you guys. Okay, the Long Ranger is one of the variants of it. The single shot, and then the Lone Ranger Wildlife Edition. Okay, here's the difference between them. The top one is the Lone Ranger. The bottom one is the Supreme. And it also comes in 300 blackout. But it's got, instead of the under the barrel magazine, or now what does it have here? Well, some of these take all right, looks like I guess maybe they're not showing the the drop down magazine on the other ones, but yeah. And there's variable magazines on that too. Absolutely, because it's not semi-automatic. Oh, has 7 of them and want more. Like I said, he picked up the Ruger backpacker in 22. Yeah. The one my son has two 4570s. He wants the Henry Mare's leg and 45 long Colt. And they do make it it's called the Axe in 410. It's 5-shot 410, and the 4570 in the Axe also only has 5 shots. Oh no, let's see, where's it here? Do they have it here? No, they don't have it. Yeah, they're not black, and they don't have all the stuff over the barrel, the air cooling support with all the Picatinny rail and all the the one does have a little short Picatinny rail on it, but yeah, they don't have all the other decorative crap that makes it fully automatic, even though it's a lever action. All right, Sandy, see you later. Yeah, let's see here. Let's see if I can go up here and find something here. Give me a second here. Oh, cute. Here we go. And looking for the other one here. Oh, they got pretty pink camo for the youth bolt action, but I'm looking for probably going to be down at the bottom of the list here. But I'll let you guys see what I've been scrolling through this for a while. Pump actions. Where is? I already pulled that. Here we go. The Maris leg. And got Maris leg in 22 and 22 Magnum. Then you got the big boy Maris leg in 45 Colt, 44 Magnum / 44 Special, 357, 338. So yeah. But yeah, 2.5 inch shells, 5 rounds. Wait a minute. The 410 comes with slugs as well. Well, anyways, other gear. Had a pink pistol. Well, I saw the pink rifle on there. Yeah, Corky is Courtney's nickname. And her channel, if you look at her at a Wide Family Farm, if you go, it gives the original whatever name, and it says Corky the Garden Slayer. But other specialty equipment, and I'm gonna get Chef Tech excited on this one. Just watch, folks. He's gonna get very, very excited. Special equipment I want to get. I want to get a freeze dryer. I'm doing the countdown before he says, "Heck yeah!" Other special equipment I want to get some good sets of the power stations that have that one, like the one that will take 8 extra battery packs on it, and the thing so you can get 220 out or 240 out of it as well. Yeah, about time. Hold on, what'd you get there, Mark? You got the, well, I don't know. I'm gonna put those up here so any of you guys and gals want to come up here and talk about stuff. Their 100th anniversary 3030 Police Edition. I got a Winchester 3030. Actually, I think I got 2 of them because I picked up when my brother passed away. I got the one that his boys didn't want it at the time. So I got 2 3030s, saddle rifles. And the one thing I don't like about them is shooting them at night because they got this short saddle rifle barrel on it. And the flame comes out about 7-8 inches out past the end of the barrel on it at night. Lights everything up. Of course, if someone's looking for you with the it probably affect the infrared as well, and the night vision goggles and the starlight amplification system, you would white them all out. Yeah. Oh, let's see. What sort of specialty gear does he have on? He's got the green goggles. He's got the breathing tube. He's got the.
I even have the anti-glare contact lenses on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a believer in multi-platforms, one caliber, same magazine. So I got a small pew pew. I have the neck size up, fold in half. I have a pair of those. Why? Because I got them cheap. And then I got the standard long version of it, and they all take block mags, and I have a lot of fun sticks. I got a couple drums for them too. I got a couple drums for them too. That's where I was running it at the range, and I got about halfway through the drum, and a hand touches my shoulder. So I put everything down, and the range guy, he's like, "Dude, you may want to look at your barrel." I was like, "Oh crap!" I kind of almost overheated it. Probably stuck one. Uh-oh. Baby's on.
Here you go. Here is your pink camouflage, because that pink does not exist in nature either. So the animals don't see it, but everybody else does.
Can you adopt me? Because one of my dream things is a Winchester 3030. My dad had one. My brother got it. I'm still a little sore over that.
Yeah, well, I have a few.
Okay.
I had to buy one. I had to find a bolt action 3030 because back during the ammo show, I got one. Back during the ammo shortage, I had the bullets themselves and the casings, but I couldn't reload. So I took it down to a guy to reload for me at one of my shops. He loaded up, I think I had 150 casings. He loaded them all up, put them in nice little boxes for me. I went to pick it up, and he goes to hand it to me, and he realized it's 3030. He's like, "What are you running this through?" I was like, actually, it's not the Winchester. What was the cheaper version of the 3030? It was a yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I got one of those right there. Marlin.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I got the Marlin 3030, and I told him, he's like, "Is that lever?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You ain't running these through because all the bullets I gave him were fine point." He's like, "Think about it. You run those up the tube, pull the trigger once, the whole bottom end of the gun is going to blow up. Because, your point to primer." I was like, "Damn it. Well, what can I use?" He's like, you need a bolt action. I was like, okay, can you get me one? I was like, dude, that Mossberg hasn't made that since 73. I was like, God. I went to another gun store like a week later. I walked in the door. I went to a bunch. Walked into one. I was like, he's like, can I help you? I said, yep. I'm looking for a bolt action Mossberg 3030. He looked at me. He's like, you're kidding, right? I was like, no. He's like, some guy literally just sold us his like 20 minutes ago. So it came with the scope, with the offset rings. It came with everything. So I picked for like $200. With a case, I was like, throw the case in there, I'll take it. He's like, yeah, take the case. He didn't care. Took it down to the range because it was an indoor range. And I said, okay, I got one. He's laughing. He's like, where the hell did you find that? I told him. I was like, let's run a couple through because it only came with one magazine and you ain't getting those mags anymore. He's like, don't ever lose it. It only holds 4 rounds. Yeah. So we go to load the magazine up. Bullets are too long now. I was like, crap. He's like, wait, don't worry about it. He's like, he still had the die set up in the press. He went in and he shoved the bullets down into the casing like another 1/4 inch. I mean, that's a lot. Brought it back out. They fit in there with like an 1/8 inch to spare. We loaded up 4. I ran through the whole magazine in a 10-yard range. He didn't care, and shot them all off. I was like, they work. He's like, okay, come back next week. I gave him all the bullets back, and he pressed them all down in low. So. Yeah, it's a custom ammo for a custom gun, and when they're gone, and it'll still run the normal whitetail stuff. Yeah. But yeah, I love my 30-30s. They're one of the more underrated ones when they came out with the other 30 cal. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't remember the name because I don't have one. The 30
right, Real Big TV, is that Corky or Joe?
That's Joe tonight.
Joe tonight? Okay. All right. So since we got onto this, but US survival rifle, it's the AR-7, basically, where the barrel comes off and goes up into the butt of the, everything goes up into it so it can float in water. They got several variants of that, but there's that. Oh, they got pistols. Henry has pistols. 357 38 specials or 22 short long rifles. So, like I said, Henry has a lot.
They have a lot. The unfortunate thing is, if you want something, you go to your local dealer and say, I want this, or you tell him ahead of time, I ordered it from Henry and the FFL is coming to you. So he knows about it and then writes your name down and then puts and they'll charge you there anywhere from $10 to $40 to do the transfer. Yeah. And you just got to tell them, don't just pick an FFL dealer and throw their name on there. They're going to get this gun going. Who the hell is this for? I don't know this person. And you show up 6 months later and go, oh, I think there's a gun here for me. Yeah, which one? So a friend of mine has a gun shop down in Virginia, and that was his biggest pet peeve.
Yeah.
I have a friend with one of those licenses, so I'm all set. He's not a gun shop. He's just a person.
Just a guy.
Just a guy I know.
One of those guys, yeah.
One of those guys.
I told you, I want more. Yeah. Well, one of the specialty gears, I've been looking at this for a while. My other one I had of this got ruined, so I got to get another one for my Highway Patrol and Smith & Wesson Model 28 with a 6-inch barrel.
I have a really old one of those for my 22 Colt Woodsman second issue from 1939. Of course, it doesn't. The stretchies are all gone. The leather's all worn out, but the gun still shoots. And it's not in mint condition, but I love it because it's like the simplest semi-automatic 22, and it's accurate as all get out.
Yeah,
that's it. I got one.
My brother got the the 1022 from my mom because I got the 410 22 over under, and I got some other stuff that he didn't want. She had a rental unit, and the guy had disappeared for 6 months. Was 6 months behind. We posted all the notice, called the police department, say, posting this one, in case a guy happens to be there. We came to clean it out. We called him, hey, we're going to clean it out. The guy still hasn't shown up. The notices are still on the door. We have no idea where he is. And they came by, checked, nobody was there. They said, call us if he shows up. And we unloaded everything out of that place, and we found 2 gun safes.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
Here, am I allowed to turn my camera on, or should I not?
What do you have?
The backpacker. It's folded in half, so
can't show them on a live stream.
All right, I'll show you later.
Yeah. But Tammy went out and is trying to come back in, but it says device not connected. Yeah, so until it connects, I can't bring her up. But yeah, there other specialty gear, like I said, if I get the that's what I was going to look up. Okay, so I go back up here. I got to scroll back up in the comments to Kaylin's thing. All right, so she won an Opus 100-watt panel. It's coming next week, which will help her out with her stuff there to charge up her. Yeah, Kaylin. Yeah, and did I say Caitlin? I may have said Caitlin. Caitlin, Kate, Catlyn is my cousin. Kaylin is Kaylin Strain.
I have this one takedown in a backpack that I bought just for it. And I'm like, man, why is this thing so heavy? I just found all the rest of my fun sticks for my Ruger, for my Glock. Oops.
All right, is she coming in? She's trying. There she's back. Yay! So, hide current comment. There we go.
I just realized the backpacker I bought. No, it's not a 22. It's a 9. That explains all the fun sticks. Whoops. I can't remember what I own anymore.
Yeah. Well, my cousin's last name before she got married was McMillan, and I just lost the name. Her married name, but yeah. And the thing is, she's a cousin two different ways on 2 different branches of the family out, and they married just like so it's
I have that. My dad's grams, they don't branch, they just vine back in at different points. There's no endogamy, but they keep marrying back into my other cousins on my other side. So like my dad's cousins married my mother's cousins.
Yeah. So my brother married Nancy McMillan. Nancy's older brother, Jared, is Caitlin's dad. Pam McMillan married my cousin, all brothers and sisters there, married my cousin, James Laudenslager. So Caitlin has all these aunts and uncles that are intermarried.
You sure you only from West Virginia or something?
But all right, they're married. The families go, and so the McMillans married into the Pattons and into the Laudenslagers. So that's how I got, and so so she's I
have a phrase for that. The cousin of my cousin is my cousin.
Yeah.
Wait, they have a thing for that in West Virginia.
There is a song going around on the reels right now from back in the
my own
grandpa, yeah. Absolutely hilarious. That's from back in the 50s.
60s.
My best friend from high school married her brother's father-in-law. So the first 2 kids that her brother and sister-in-law had call her aunt, but the last one they had call her grandma.
Alrighty. Isn't that where you walk into a room and there's a guy standing there with his arm around his woman and says, "I'd like you to meet my sister and my wife."
Well, she became her own grandma. So that's all I have to say. So that song was always cute.
Yeah, the one thing I want to get to go with a or two freeze dryers.
Start with
I
one.
I want to get a setup. Oh, big win every day, huh? Maybe I ought to enter that.
No.
No, this is what Kaylin won something on.
Oh.
So I mean, but I want to get two of these with 8 batteries for each one, and the connector that gives you
208,
440.
Mm-hmm.
You can do 460 volts out of that.
Oh no, 240. 240.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
However, if I had 4 of these with each doing 240, I have an inverter unit to get 460 out of it.
And how many pieces of electrical equipment do you have that are 483 3-phase? None.
Currently, I don't have any, but I gave my stuff to my one of my best friends, Gary Desch, who's 3 days older than I am, and he has all the 460 pumps and everything else, and drill press motors and everything that's stored in his barn.
Yeah, well, that's all. How much? So, 2 of those is $4,500, give or take. Yeah, and then the batteries are what, $1,200 a piece. So 8 of those. So you're looking at like 10, 14 grand
more, because that basically, so 8 times. Yeah, I'm looking at 20 grand to have 2 of them to get 240.
Well, 2 of those.
Then there's going to be I got to get another 10 solar panels, so I have 10 feeding each one of them all the time. To start with, I'll probably go up to more like 40 100-watt solar panels, 20 for each one, for feeding them in the batteries.
So
I will never ever run out of power unless it's snowing for 7 days straight, 4 inches a day.
Yeah, and your generator ran out of gas. Yeah. Well, start out with
my generator has a 100-pound propane tank for it.
There you go. That's what we want for the house when we build it. I want a dual fuel diesel propane Generac, for the house, just in case. And my wife's like, "Well, why the diesel?" I was like, "Because he uses off-road diesel. So does the tractor. So I can keep a 250-gallon tank out there hooked up to the generator all the time, and then I can pump it out as needed for the tractor, and then top it back off and keep the fuel kind of freshened up all the time." Yeah.
After today, the Generac went to the top of the list over the freeze dryer. So the neighbors 2 houses over, their house, they had a house fire this morning. Something small. I saw no flames. I walked down there. 4 fire trucks, a sheriff, and an ambulance. They didn't need any ambulance care. So I walked back down here. Didn't see any flames, so I don't know what's going on. Haven't talked to
garage or basement, yeah.
And well, it's a trailer, no basement. But Consumers Energy had to shut off our power for a period today. I'm assuming to shut off the electric to their home until everything is taken care of. Thankfully, they have another house there that they can live in, and so they're fine. But their house, the 3 houses on this side of the road which stops right before us, all are on the same power line. Our well is on that power line, so I had power to the house, but no power to the well.
You have 2 electric meters? Well, you're in a trailer.
No, I'm in a house. I'm staying at a family's house. our family owns the next 3 houses, skips 2, and then owns the next 2. So
the
my
well,
dad just owned this whole 80.
The well
But because they
runs
were,
houses, yeah.
but because they were built at different times and 50 years apart, they're on different lines. They're not even on the same line. Like we're on the line that runs across the road, not on the line that runs this road.
Behind. Right.
So like when the power goes out, they lose power to the west of us and they lose power to the east of us, but we still have power. And then another time we have lost power and all of them had power. So we're on different lines.
Yeah.
So you either have electric and no water, or water and no electric.
Exactly. Exactly. So
I would rather have water and no electric because I got plenty of candles, oil lamps, and LED lanterns.
well, the power outage was only
can't run your refrigerator on a candle, but anyway.
So they sent us a message. The power outage was only supposed to be for like 2 to 3 hours today. Okay, not a big deal, right? I don't need water for 3 hours. I mean, it's the middle of the day. So when it came back on, though, we didn't have power in the well for some reason. But my nephew just came home. He went over there, and in 5 minutes he had it going. So, but if we'd had a Generac, we'd have had power to all 3 of the homes and the well here, and we wouldn't need to worry about what the electric company's doing.
All right, Mark, here you go. This gives you an example. So this has the Mega 5 with a battery and 6 240-watt panels. So that
ain't bad.
That's I want to get it right.
Well, 1450. It's like 1500 watts. Yeah.
Yeah. At peak time.
Right.
Two of those, so I can do the 420.
And that's
240.
$4,800, basically $5,000 for that setup.
Double it, and that missing 325 for both sets would pay for the connector thing.
Right. Plus, you want extra batteries, so.
Yeah, and then I'd start adding batteries every chance I get. But right, yeah, that there.
$10,000. Yeah, I think I go for the $1,600 worth of freeze dryer to start, because you don't need refrigeration once the food is freeze dried. You don't need anything.
Yeah, and canned if it's totally canned.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But so this is something that we want to be able to have, so that if the power goes out, we still have total power for the house. Once we get the electric water heater replaced, the electric dryer, and the electric range replaced, that's also something on my list.
With propane.
And then no, it's natural gas.
Or natural gas. Okay.
Once we have that done, then the only thing I have that requires 240 is out in the shop. That's the welder and the one air compressor.
Yep.
And I just won't be if unless I have a project where I got to weld, I'm probably not going to be welding. Not worry about it.
Unless that project dictates you need to weld to get your power back on, or something emergency wise. Yeah. That's about the only reason why you need to fire a 240 welder up and pick up a 120 volt Hobart welder, the little one.
Yeah.
The little MIG welder that you can just plug into a 15
my
amp.
My son has the Lincoln 120 volt wire feed.
That's my my next investment is that, either the Hobart or the other one.
I have the little Lincoln like you were talking about. I have the little Lincoln, and it will plug into a generator that I have. I have 3 generators. Like, it wasn't for lack of a generator. I personally own 3 generators.
Yeah, I have 2 of the 2,700 watt ones. One lives at the cabin. I just had to rebuild the carb on it or take it apart and clean it. I have a brand new one because I bought 2 at once. They were on sale. That one's never been fired up. That's in my basement here, and I got a 7,500 Coleman out in my shed, which hasn't been fired up in about 14 years. So I think it's time, as soon as spring hits, to drain the fuel out, take the carb out, clean it all up, load it back up, fire it up, and make sure it runs, because that has a 240 plug on it. I ran my buddy's farm for 3 weeks during one of the hurricanes back in the early 2000s in Maryland. I forget which one it was, but it wiped out a lot of stuff. And he borrowed my generator, ran his whole farm on that thing. His heat pump, his well, everything ran off of that thing.
You're going to need to change the fuel filter, and you're going to need to change the gas.
Oh, yeah. I have to change it all.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, it's got a 2.5 gallon tank on top. It's a big tank. And, I'm going to have to clean it all out, take it apart, clean it, put it back together again. I already modified the plug on it because it had one style plug. And yes, I made myself a suicide plug because it matched up to one of my plugs in the house for a 50 amp breaker I put in. So I could plug it into that, fire it up, shut the main off, and turn on the 50 amp, and then turn on whatever else I need to fire up, and probably run my house no problem with it. Just, it's a little noisy, and I'll have to sit in the driveway. So as long as nobody steals it in the middle of the night, we're good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, on top of the three, those three, I have a Jackery. So
that's what I got. You got the little one, right? I think you got the
I
same
have
one.
a 240. I love my 240. My nephew and his wife just bought was it 480 or 500? They bought one a couple sizes up. It is so light and
I love mine. Mine runs the cabin. I mean, I run a mini fridge, the light, and I'll charge my phones and stuff. And it's I think it's the 1000. I paid.
Yeah, they got one they can. They got one they can run a coffee maker on. We got to make sure we got the priorities.
Oh, I don't need that. I got a propane stove and a pot, which that's how I make my coffee. Heat the water up, throw it in my French press. I got coffee.
We tent camp in the UP where there is nothing. Nothing.
All right, so you bring the Keurig with you and you're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Penny came in on your side there, Tammy.
Hey, Penny.
Hi, Penny. Thank you.
Now, one of the dream attachments I'm going to be getting this spring, I mentioned it before in one of the other lives, is I'm getting the quick adapter to turn my front my loader bucket of my Coyote into a quick change system.
Do you have the added hydraulics for the front with the buttons?
No, I don't have that added hydraulics for other things on it, but one of the things that I can get to put to bolt onto my current bucket is 12 volt. Has 12 volt actuators, and it has two of the clamps of the grapplers. So I can grapple one down, and I can grapple the other one down, and it's 12 volt control, and just run the cord runs up on the next to the lever control, so I can just go button and So
I had to get the hydraulics for the front added to mine. Glad I did, because when I bought the grapple, it just clips right in, and it's got the stick for the up down and tip the bucket, and then I got two buttons for close and open on the stick. So they had to run that separate. And that was a little add-on price there, but I'm glad I did it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why when I was talking about, I still got that out there. Hang on. Like for the Bobcat here, the Bobcat doesn't have the two, it has 4 connections. 2 of them are high speed, low pressure.
High flow, yeah.
High flow, low pressure. The other one is high pressure, low flow.
Right.
So you can, the high pressure, low flow is for the auger.
Oh,
right. The auger, and if you want to get like the brush hog attachment for the front and stuff like that, to run
the brush hog attachment and the broom. That's high speed or high flow, low pressure.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Because what you wait until that brush hog's going full tilt, then you go. The rotavator will run on either one, but it prefers the the low pressure. No, it prefers the low
flow, high pressure.
Low flow, high pressure, so it doesn't get bogged up if you get into the mud. But like I said, if we can get the electric done here, then we will get the even the whole house isn't on it. If we have set up, so out in the shop, I have the backup battery system, or a couple of plugs out there that I can plug the freeze dryer in out there. We'll do the freeze drying out there, no problem. But trying to wire the house, it would be, I could do it. They'll break off some of the plugs in the kitchen, hook them up to that, but it's just easier the shop is set up easier for adding more circuits and stuff out there, and run those circuits off of a solar system. Keep freezing here, and that will work good for Then we'll have like 1 or 2 freeze dryers, and I guarantee you, if we get freeze dryers, we're going to be picking up food from all the local farmers we can, and just freeze drying everything we can until we have 5, 6, 7 years worth of freeze dried food in stock, plus all the canned food. We'll can some of it too, so that it's like, everything's going to crap. Okay, we're just going to save our money and keep our heads low and live a couple years off of our food supplies and expand the garden.
That's where, as the canned goods get near whatever you deem their best use by date is.
Oh, they'll get used anyways, no matter what.
If they're low fat, if they're lower fat, dump it on a tray and throw it in a freeze dryer. I do that all the time with my wife's, all her Spanish beans and stuff she makes or we make. And it's like, this one's got 3 years on it. They still taste good. You know what? I just throw them on a tray, freeze dry it, put it in a pouch, add back. I just weigh what would it before and after, know how much water to put in there. And she's taking a couple bags to work. She's like, this is so cool. I can just take these beans that don't weigh anything, and I just put in hot water until it's a consistency I like, and it's my beans. I was like, yep, there you go. You're muted there, Tammy.
I was looking at backpack meals today. I'm getting the itch to go hiking again.
Cool. Yeah, let's see. There's a lot of cool gear out there and stuff that I've been seeing things for. Some I'm looking at it. All right. If you are planning on doing building an off-grid cabin or a second house on your property, whatever, DeWalt has something really cool. Let me see if I can bring it up here real quick. DEWA. I just saw it today, and I looked up on it. There it is. Boom. Okay, so let's look at the one here. The cheapest one is on Amazon. So we're going to look at the one on Amazon since it's cheaper than Lowe's and Home Depot. It's only 5 cents cheaper than Home Depot. But with this unit here, you hook it up to the an impact to it, and it runs it. And so that's got not that particular attachment on it. Using that attachment there, it has a blade that's shaped like this that comes to it, and it cuts your PVC, your PEX, your ABS sewer pipe up to 2 inches. And so rather than using the hand ratchet, trying to cut through the 1.25 inch or the 2-inch stuff, right through it.
I just use a hacksaw. That's what I use.
Yeah, but if you're in certain areas, this would come in handy, especially if you're like, if I'm modifying this house, when I go to modify some stuff on it, with replace the old ancient plastic water pipes with the new PEX stuff. It's easy. I just go in there and just zip, and done. it's cut, put the new pieces in. And as I go by in sections, I'll just, cut and do sections at a time. So the whole house isn't down for a week or so while I'm doing it. I can just, spend several hours in the day, change out the kitchen sink, and the wash and the dishwasher. Then go and do one bathroom, or do half the bath. Do the shower, working on the shower, get the shower done. Then get the sink and the toilet done. But this thing here is something that's looks really neat. There's a real good video on it on the reels, but I'm not sure. I don't want to try playing that just in case, the platform goes, oh,
On that same note, one of my things is one of those electric or rechargeable chainsaws.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the older I get, the less I want to be a chainsaw.
Yeah.
And so those smaller, lighter weight ones, I think would be perfect. And I don't do great big logs in my wood stove anyway, because it doesn't do these kinds of rounds anymore. My wood stove is only going to do these kinds of rounds anyway.
I went and got the Ryobi 18-volt chainsaw. They've gone to the shorter blade on it. I think it's a 10-inch or 8-inch blade.
But
The bar.
But you can change out the bar, can't you?
You can change out the bar.
You don't want to on a battery powered one. You don't want to put a longer one on there. You'll burn it out.
However,
in a minute.
They still had two of the 12-inch bars, ones with the bars on it, and the whole pack and everything on it. And they were marked down because they were Home Depot was clearing them out because I guess Ryobi decided we're not going to do that anymore. And so I got one. Oh, I just love that thing. It's so neat and stuff. And when the guys were cutting down the trees and one of the branches dug into the ground, they cut everything else. They couldn't do it. I had it on the back of my tractor, pulled it off, chucked the piece in the remaining piece into the tractor. And when I came back after that, I just used the bucket and flipped the piece that was in the ground out of the ground.
That's probably my next one is to get the because I got all the Craftsman 20-volt max stuff, and that's my next one is maybe their electric because I got two gas chainsaws, and they're loud, but tomorrow we'll be running both of them. My buddy's sister had 3 trees come down, plus there was already one down. And he's like, yeah, we got it because he needs firewood. So he's like, we'll do it. She's like, what do you want for it? He's like, I want the wood. She's like, okay, we'll buy you lunch. Great, no problem. Mark will be here.
All right. This I have a wish list for my son. So because he has the Craftsman 20-volt stuff. And so here's the 2-pack. Its price has dropped 34% since I added it to the wish list. So it's $99 for 2 of the Craftsman 4 amp hour batteries.
Yeah, that's what I got, a lot of those.
But this,
that's too small for me. That's for limbs, little limbs, like up to 2 inches, maybe 3. But it says 4. Good luck with that.
Yeah. So it's 4 up to let's see. Come on.
I think there's another chainsaw. Isn't there another chainsaw they have? Electric one, or is that the only one? If that's the only one,
I don't know. This is the yard trimmer. This is to go around doing trim work in the yard and stuff. And but it's for doing some, small stuff. It's got the chainsaw blade, and it's got the jaw there to hold it in place and keep tension on it so it doesn't kick out and stuff on you. So that's kind of cool. But let me look for something here. Just see. It's called a cordless lopper, but I'm going to put this up here and see cordless H.
You're missing the letter C, but that's all right.
Yeah. Chainsaw, SAW, C.
This is too small for me.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Yeah, it's a 12. This is wait a minute. This isn't Craftsman. This is the knockoff because this is 18-volt battery.
Yeah. I think what was on top? What was up on top? The first one.
It's not. It's a gas one.
It's a gas. No, wait. No, it's not a gas. No, it's not.
That's the one. That's the one I'm looking at. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a gas one, but it's not. It's got the battery in the back and the gear. It's got gear ratio on it. It's got an oil tank on it too for the chain.
Yeah, that's the E20.
And that's a 12-inch.
12-inch.
It's funny.
Yeah, I want something like that.
Yeah, I have an electric plug-in chainsaw. We had two of them. My dad had one. He gave me one for doing ice carvings when I was doing that, and it had a 12-inch blade on it or bar. So I went down. You can't find the 12-inch bars anymore. They're stupid money. So I went to Lowe's. I was like, she asked what I had, and I was like 12-inch Craftsman, blah, blah, blah model. She's like, I'm like, well, hell, I'll just throw a 14 on there. You can't put a 14 on there. I was like, sweetie, you have no idea. This thing has more power back in the day than they're rated for. And I bought the 14. I'm like, that's great. I went and bought a 16. 16 works fine. I took down a 30-inch diameter willow tree with a 12-inch Craftsman electric saw, and the oiler didn't work. The diaphragm was blown out years ago because I used it for ice carvings. Didn't need it. So about every 5 minutes, I just spray WD-40 all over the chain when it started to heat up and stretch a little bit. I'd spray it down. Oh, I took that whole tree down. Neighbors didn't even know it because it was nice and quiet.
Yeah. So this is the one I have. Only I got a 12-inch instead of a 10-inch. 18 volt. Yeah.
There's Gil bragging about size again. Yeah, whatever.
Happy Mac just came in on your side there, Tammy.
Hey, thank you.
And that's the thing is with the electric chainsaws and tools and everything else, it's like what Gunslinger made for his van. 600 amp hour battery, 300 watt inverter. And you use that with a 240 amp or 260 amp whatever panel, and all you're doing is charging your batteries. They can easily handle it charging the batteries all day long. And Tip Top Farm just came in too.
That's my buddy used to laugh at me when I was first building the cabin. I didn't have the generator, but I had the Jackery. So I got the Jackery hooked up to its little solar panels, and it's like 100 watts. And I got my Craftsman charger plugged into the AC to charge DC batteries again. So it was like I went from DC to AC back to DC. Yeah, talk about a waste of power. But you know what? It got the cabin built. I don't care. Then I bought a generator and just fired that up with a bunch of extension cords.
You lost so much every conversion.
You have no idea.
It's no wonder you would charge anything.
Oh yeah, that amp draw just like went to the charge on that thing went to 0 in like an hour. All for 220 volt batteries. I'm like, okay. Time for a generator.
You have no idea though. That Jackery comes in handy. My son took my box charger. I'm like, so I went and got the Jackery because I had a USB plug I could plug straight into.
Mm-hmm.
Charge my phone in a couple of minutes. Took hardly anything off the Jackery to do that.
Yeah, that's most of what mine does. Just charges my iPads and phones, and maybe runs the ceiling fan in the wintertime or in the summer when it's hot, which only draws 60 watts. Yeah. When the fan's on low, it hardly draws anything. That thing will run 2 days just running the ceiling fan.
I take mine when I get camping, and I have one of those little tiny night lights that the energy company gave us that is like, it's like 0.5 pennies a day to use this, so you're supposed to replace all yours with theirs. And so I have now 5 of those. They send them home with Every school kid, like I think in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, they send those home. And I use that in my tent so then I can see in my tent at night, for like for lack of a better term, a night light, because I have to be able to, I'm the camp nurse. So I have to be able to see if like somebody comes in or knocks on my tent. I have to be able to like see and be like awake right away. So I use that for my little.
What does knocking on a tent sound like? Sorry. Had to go there. Sorry. Knocks on my tent.
Well, they do though, you know.
Fingernails and growling. Yeah, that'll wake you up.
Yeah. Yeah, that too. I've had that. We have a raccoon of enormous size, ROTS. It ate a 5-pound peanut butter jar, including the metal bottom, everything but about half of the plastic lid.
Jeez.
5 pounds of peanut butter, the metal bottom.
Laying on his back next to the picnic table in the morning, just going, that was good.
No, what you're going to do is you're going to hear him out the next night, out in the woods, for the next 2 nights going, oh, I can't go. I'm plugged up.
He ate the aluminum foil out because it's the big one that's like that big. He ate our whole week's supply of peanut butter for the camp. And I'm like, dude, you're already fat. Like, we see this thing walking around. It's already fat.
Okay, so it's I'm kind of figuring out you're charging it off the alternator then.
Yeah.
Driving, I guess. Never have to charge. Yeah.
I don't have the solar panel for my Jackery either. I just run, and I don't have the wall plug for it anymore. I just run it in my car. So when I need to charge it, I just put it in the car when I'm going to town. And by the time I'm home, after I've run my errands and got my groceries, it's all charged again.
Yeah, I do that. I'll throw it if I have to run errands when I'm at the cabin. I just throw the Jackery on the floor of the Ranger and plug it into the cigarette lighter, and I'll for an hour or two's worth of being in the car. Yeah, I'll get like 50% out of it. If it's at 20, I'll get it up to 70. But whatever works. I just don't want to run the battery dead in the Ranger because I'm at the bottom of a hill and I can't exactly push start it. And I don't feel like getting a tractor to drag my sorry ass out.
Yeah. So, Tammy, you said your Jackery is a 240 watt.
Yes.
All right. Well, this is the Opus 240 watt with a I guess it's looking at the panel there. I think is trying to see what it says.
Probably 100 watt.
I did not pay any
240 watt panel. 240 watt panel, 2,400 watt inverter on it.
That's a way bigger inverter.
Yeah, a whole lot bigger. That's why it's $1,200. What'd you pay for yours? Like 400?
I paid 300, but I actually paid enough. I paid $0 for it.
That works. $0's good. Free is
my sister gave me a gift card. She's like, I don't know. I don't use Amazon. Somebody gave me this $50 gift card. Do you want it? Yeah, I want it. So she gave me the gift card, and then I do fetch with my shopping receipts. So I saved all of my gift cards from that and put it with the $50 gift card. And that's how I bought it. I think I bought it 5 years ago.
All right. So this is a 600 watt one for 30-something. 600 watt one with the panels on it again.
Yeah. They've really come down in price since I bought mine.
Yeah.
The Jackery is a lot cheaper since I bought mine.
Yeah.
Well, I think the Jackery's at Home Depot now or Lowe's, one of the two. I think it's Lowe's. They said they sell the small ones, not the big ones, and no solar panels. You can just buy them. I'm just like, yeah, okay. I don't need another one. My next one will be a big one. But the one I got, I mean, the thing's 4 years old and just runs fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
The thinking about the solar powered stuff and everything else. When I first got my first one, it was the Gold Zero 150 watt little tower one, round tower one. I forget what it was called. I had two of those, and they barely kept my CPAP going overnight.
Yeah, the 240 one.
I was having to charge it up every friggin' day over at the nurse's station, and after 2 years of that, I went and got the 400, which worked better. But if the 400 by myself would last me 3 days, and then I had to have it over there all day charging up.
My Jackery, I use it every day in the summer. Every day in the summer. Various days here in the winter at home. I've had no issues with it in 5 years. And the one time I lost the power cord to it, I called the company and I'm like, I can't find how to find one I can order. What do I need to order on Amazon to get a replacement? And they're like, where did you buy it? And I said, I bought it on Amazon. I gave them my name and they looked me up and they said, oh, I am so sorry. We did not call you back before 3 o'clock. We can't get it to you today, but we'll overnight it and it'll be there by 5 o'clock tomorrow.
It's like, well, how much?
I'm like,
nothing. It's free.
Yeah. And I said, how much do I owe you? And they're like, oh, no, you don't owe us anything. I'm like, so they have won me over. I will never probably buy a different, unless somebody can prove that they have as good a customer service as Jackery.
Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Jackery Explorer 1000. Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah. Something to consider with that on it is like he's got the extra he built his one with a 600 amp hour battery as opposed to the 46 amp hour battery. Grammy Karen just came in on your side.
Hi, Grammy Karen. She's awesome.
Let me go grab it here.
I'm gonna go grab my Jackery now. I forget which one it is.
I bought these when they were on super sale, and so this thing here is a 640 watt hour battery. Mm-hmm. I mean, hang on, Pinky.
Ooh. Lithium
iron. And I went and bought a wall charger for it. You can also hook this up to charge, and they also have the charger that you can plug in. The way to plug in off, charger controller to plug it off your car. So if you're not charging your Jackery all the time, you get something like this, and this has like four. I'm trying to do the math here. 12 times. 13 times the watt hours on it. And so you have that in the car or whatever. If you're out camping or whatever, every time you drive around, you can charge this up or just have it, if there's power someplace there, you walk over and plug it in there at the camp, at office, whatever, and get it charged up. Then you got several full days, several days, maybe a week, and you just plug your Jackery into, get the cigarette lighter attachment for this, so you can plug your Jackery into the cigarette lighter off of this, and then you got something, And these were like, trying to remember how much I paid for them.
Yeah, I want to get the solar panels, which I haven't decided which ones. I'm looking at Renology, and some of those batteries for the cabin eventually.
Yeah, I went to.
I want to get the RV hookup because it comes with the alternator inverter.
Okay. I did the Harbor Freight thing. I picked up their solar panel kit. It was under $200. The 4 panels and all that stuff. I love it because it runs. I built a homemade power station out there right now. I got the inverter's bigger than what I need. I think I got to downsize it. But the panels, those things, even on a cloudy day, they're still throwing power out. They'll throw power out inside under a fluorescent light. They got the monocrystalline, the glass ones.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, these things are like basically charge themselves. I just put a light bulb in front of it, running off the power supply, and it'll just keep itself charged.
All right. This is Brand. This is Rich Solar. I just lost his name. Reed from Manifestations of Imaginations.
Mm-hmm.
He's one that turned me on to these, and he's buying these now instead of the Rhenology.
Can you send me the link to that later?
I'll send you the link to this. When I put it in there, it was $79. Mm-hmm. That's been
wait till the tariffs kick in. Whoops.
That's been a couple years since I put it in there. But they got all these different ones. They got the slim one, they got the black, they got they got all the different ones. They got the 200-watt panels, they got the 250-watt panel, they got the 150-watt panels, and they got them in different shapes and stuff and packages. So I'll send this to you. But what's neat about this is, let me see if I can go back over here. Did I have I don't have it on here. No, I don't have it saved. I got it saved elsewhere. Let me go back to see if I can find where I got it saved elsewhere here. Okay. Amazon has some great charge controllers.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can have that to charge up a battery and just, and if you're taking your car pickup there, you just tie it on the top if you're sitting there, not going anywhere, and it charges up your car battery, and you can charge everything up and run everything off of it. Let me get down in here. Solar. There we go. And also to those batteries, those are big monsters. No, we don't want the big monster charge controllers. Wall units for charging the batteries off the wall units. Getting down here. I got a lot of stuff under solar. I'm going to start breaking this out into two sub ones here. So, all right. Oh, dang. The charge controller I had saved here. Here's one. All right, here we go. Rhenology 10 amp charge controller, $19.
That's not bad. I could do that out of,
Yeah. And all right, let me bring it up here. So this is it right here. I last purchased one in 2023 for my setup I was doing there.
Oh, it's just like the Harbor Freight one, which they're probably the same because Harbor Freight, China just they rename everything.
I've seen this style here with different names on. Everything looks absolutely identical, and it has the Cat 5 cable hookup, so you can run a controller on it. It also has a 5 amp, a 5 volt, 2 amp USB chargers on it as well.
Right.
Yeah, I've not been able to find those at Harbor Freight when I've been there. When I first started looking, they were in the solar. They have taken out the whole solar section out of our local Harbor Freight.
Did you ask them about it?
Is it still under? Are they still doing?
Mark, let me explain something about our Harbor Freight. When I go in there, I'm a woman, and that's all I'm going to say on the subject. So they probably won't get a lot of business from me because I don't appreciate being treated like less than a regular customer. And when I go in there, they are not friendly. They're not helpful. I went in, I said, I need a stainless steel saw blade. I need it this big. Do you have anything? And they're like, maybe an aisle 4. So I go to aisle 4. They don't have it. I look around. I go back and I'm like, oh, they weren't in aisle 4. Well, then I guess we don't have them.
Can you look at you? That's when you say, can you look up on the computer? And if he doesn't, say, I need to speak to the manager.
It's not really worth it because the manager and the other 3 employees were standing there talking to him the whole time I was. It's not worth
Yeah.
Their customer service is less than stellar.
Well,
so
their pay scale for all their employees is also less than stellar. So they get what they pay for. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh, I put the Harbor Freight app on my phone. I just dial in the store and it'll tell me if it's in stock or not.
I was so excited when they came to town. I was so excited when we got one. And every time I've been in there, I have been less than I walked out with nothing. So that tells you something.
Hang on. And Rebel Canners, Solarist. So I put both links in there for you, Tammy. Just sent it to you.
Thank you. Yeah, the one day my son had got his student loan money back and we were going to buy him, he's in a welding program, so we were going to buy him a welder with his money. And we had cash to buy any welder in there. And I couldn't get anybody to talk to me about the welders. And the one guy I finally flagged down, he's like, I don't know anything about them.
They don't. Where, at Harbor Freight?
Yeah.
No, they really don't. They truly, they're not educated on the equipment. It's a capability, stuff like that. They're not paid enough to care, and Harbor Freight doesn't train them to care. We sell it, you want it, there it is. Have a nice day. Would you like to buy the warranty on it? Yeah, that's all you get.
Get your own cart and load it up yourself and struggle with it off the shelf that's above your head.
The Harbor Freight up here in Idaho Falls is hands and shoulders and above the one down in Pocatello. The one up in Idaho Falls, I would say a third of the staff is female up there.
See,
and they are top notch.
Yeah,
all the guys are trying to be better than the girls, and they can't.
I have four Harbor Freights within 25 miles of my house, and one of them locals, pretty much the one I go to. There's another one where I work, so I go in there. I've been in there once. Actually, there's two. I've been in one of them, not the other, because I knew exactly what I needed. I just went in and picked it out and paid for it and left. And then there's one in the next town down, which I've been into once just to walk around, see what they got. And they all have the same stuff. And the one closest to me, there's two women working there. The store manager is female, and she's extremely helpful. I just walk up, I'm like, hey, and I show her the picture on the app. I was like, it says you have two in stock, but do you have any? She's like, oh, yeah, hold on a second. She pulls out the main computer. She's like, we have one, it's the 4 unit, and the other one's damaged. I was like, okay, that's fine. Appreciate that. So I was like, can I buy the 4 model? She's like, nope, because it's still a stock item. We can't sell it. So, like, well, let me know when they come in.
Yeah. Like Gunslinger says, you can find the stuff online. You can just order it and send it to the store.
I actually didn't buy one, and then he wound up buying a car instead. So
yeah, well.
Yeah. All right. Gunslinger also says if you're running a jacket, it has a built-in charge controller.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
some of them, depending on their solar input, some will have an input for the MP4 connectors. Some will have the
mine has a connector that I can't get anywhere for the solar panels. I don't even know the name, and I'd have to call them on the phone and be like, look, this is the model I got. This is what the plugs look like. I can't find these plugs anywhere because I'd like to add a few more panels to it or use these panels on something else. But of course, I'm out of warranty, so it really doesn't matter. But I guess I'd have to buy their plugs or cut all the plug connectors off and make an adapter for the Jackery itself to go into one of the standard ones. And I forget the name. There's like 3 or 4 standard.
MP4 is the biggest standard one.
Yeah, I was gonna say it can't be standard if there's like 4 different ones. So whichever one is eventually like the phones.
Well, all the panels I ever bought here have the hang on here. Those are MP4 connectors on the bottom.
Okay, yeah, like my the Harbor Freight ones have the I call them the automotive. It's got the male female. It's like a miniature trailer plug. It's got one male, one female, and they're it depends on which part of the plug it's on, which one is polarized to that side. And I don't like. That's the only thing I don't like about the Harbor Freight stuff. But I can upgrade those if I find all the right connectors. I'm like, okay, we're good, because I have a whole nother setup of the solar panels in the box, brand new, sitting at the cabin. I got 4 panels up right now, and they just keep the battery charged. I want to add the other 4 panels on a flip out bracket and put another battery in my my homemade custom. Here you go, the baby. He's a baby, and it works. You're muted, but that's all right.
It just has the 2 USB, the 12 volt, and 1 plug-in.
And then the input for the for your charger. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's all I need. That's all I need. It does everything I need. Except it won't run a coffee pot.
It won't run a coffee pot.
Just came in. All right.
Raccoon. I like our
remember the type because Ben was talking about some of the new ones. There's still, even some of the new ones are coming out. The companies are going throwback to the old ham radio type power adapters for plugging stuff in. And I'm just trying to think. I can't remember the name. It's like white plastic, and it's narrow, and at the top of it has like a house type on it, and it plugs there, so you can't reverse the things by accident. And I have it on all my ham radio stuff, but it's been years since I put it on all my ham radio stuff, like 15 years. But yeah, and he was showing that some of these are coming out with these now. Why they're coming out with these instead of going with the MP4, like, all the solar, just about all the solar panels you go and buy separately, whether it's from Renology or Rich Solar or any of the others, or the off-brand ones, they all have the MP4 on them.
Yeah, I have to pick up a bunch of those and start changing mine out, and I've got to make an adapter for my Jackery because it takes its own weird wackadoodle red-black square-looking thing, and nobody has it. I've looked it up everywhere. Can't find it.
No, you have to call the company and tell them you lost it, and they'll send you a new one if you have bought from them.
Yeah, no, it's proprietary. I mean, I have all the parts and pieces for the solar panels with the twin connector or single connector, whatever I want to use. It's all in the zipper pouch. And but I want to. It's like, okay, I'm going to use that to just make an adapter. Cut one of them off, make an adapter into the other style, so I can plug in anything I want or whatever. I don't know. I haven't. It's not high on my priority list of things I got to do. Everything I have works fine the way it is. If I'm in a desperate move, if I needed to do something different, I'll figure it out. If I got to shove the copper lead into the hole itself and just put some duct tape over it to hold it there, yeah, I could do that. Not that I would, but if push came to shove and I needed to, I'll cut up whatever the hell I need to cut up to make it work.
All right. Hang on. Okay, I'm going to pull this up here. Is that what it looks like for your Jackery?
No. That for the input for the solar. Now for the 12 volt, it sort of looks like the one on the right there. The round button. That's for the regular chart here. I'll put my camera back on.
Yeah. Yeah, the one that I'm highlighting there on the right, that's the Jackery side. That's the MP4 adapter.
No, that's not mine. See the red black?
Oh, a power pole. That's a power pole adapter.
Sure. Pull it up. Let me see.
He will.
I know he will. It pisses me off. I'm like, nothing for this.
Power pole connectors.
Yeah, but it's like a single plug.
Yeah, trying to find a single plug one here, but see, these are the different type of power pole adapters here, and
yeah, there it is on the bottom. Yeah, that one, the red black there. Yeah.
Yes, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, and so what you do is, let's go back. You just get one of these other ones here, and you do your wire, and you have the crimper and everything for it, and you can make your own cords from these, from any of these kits.
Now, obviously, with solar, you don't want to make your cables too long because you have a massive voltage drop over distance.
Yeah.
But that's why. Hang on here. Power pole connector. Hang on. To MP4. Oh, there's close. The Anderson power pole connector there. There's your thing to cigarette lighter.
That's basically what I have for my car adapter. Yeah.
Okay, and let me see if it has the. And there's just going to a lug sync system. There's going to the 8mm plug adapter.
Actually, the lug one would be good for putting directly on a battery.
Yeah.
Because I think there's diodes built into the panels themselves, so it doesn't backfeed.
This white piece down here is the piece I was talking about. I have on my ham radio, and I have this. This is the type of adapter I have for a bunch of my ham radio type stuff. But I'm trying to find. Well, that's the PP45 adapter here, the gray one here.
What's my style plug called again?
MP4. Let me do MP4 solar. SOL. See if it'll bring it up. There we go, right there. Boom.
Oh wow! Okay.
There it is, right there, and $10. Oh, so wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's a 5% coupon as well.
Whatever. So mine's an Anderson connector. Is that what mine is? Is the Anderson connector?
Anderson power pole.
Anderson power pole. Let me write that down.
Yeah.
Because I'll forget because I'm a guy.
Well, send him the link to this one.
Yeah, send it to my email. Don't post it here. Send it to my email.
Yeah, hang on a second here. Come on. Give me there we go. I'm going to verify that this works right. This is why I just kind of do it to make sure it works right. Yeah, all right, that works. I will send that that link.
Right. Appreciate that.
That's it. We got to get Gil his Amazon affiliate because as much as he throws out links, he'd be a millionaire.
or a thousandaire anyway.
Or a thousandaire.
Yeah. Chef.
Can I just send you my affiliate link and you just send everybody everything from with my affiliates on it?
Let's see.
I don't make anything. I actually at the moment my account is going nowhere and it's just being held because they haven't been able to put it in my bank account. But so I'm not really.
So if I use like say your affiliate link, is that only for specific things or is that for anything I buy on Amazon?
Anything you buy 24 hours after you go in under my affiliate link.
No, I didn't know that. I don't have. My wife has the Amazon account, and she's got Prime. But if she goes in through your link, I don't. See, that's the thing. I know if I go in on my phone and just look at something, and then she looks up the same thing. Sometimes the prices are different.
Yeah.
For the same exact item from the same exact seller, it's how the metrics work there. So it's a matter of okay, I went to Tammy's link. It's $10 more, or 10% more, but I saved 10%. Or not, you know, it's a crapshoot. On Amazon has their own things they do to screw people.
My affiliate link is posted under every video 24 hours after the video comes out or less.
Yeah, the reason I know about the Anderson power poles and the other one, the reason I know about the Anderson power poles and stuff, I have a power supply that for outputs has several Anderson power pole sections. Several of that other funky little one, several just lug terminals on there, and several cigarette lighter adapters. And so I plug that in. I can hook everything up to it, charge up all the batteries on my handy talkies and everything else. And it's one of those things that's just working with Jim Brunk, a friend of mine. He was what ran me through all the stuff, and he'd come over and help Chris and I set up our radios and stuff and everything else on it. And I got probably one of those boxes that has like 20 of those systems in it sitting there, just okay. I got extra pieces for when I do stuff. But yeah. So if you're thinking about getting into ham radio, yeah, and you buy one of those Anderson Power Pool kit, connectors. It helps out your own stuff.
If I get the kit with all the ones I can put on there, I can swap out all the plugs on my Harbor Freight stuff, put the Anderson connectors on it, and then I can plug the Anderson. I can put a double jumper on my Stanley tote with all my electronics in it. I can put a plug on there to power up to charge my Jackery off the solar panels, instead of running the 2 panels they gave me, which they're floppy. You got to keep moving them. Where I have these panels set, and they get power. Like I said, if it's a cloudy day and half the panels blocked by shade, I'm still getting power out of them.
Yeah. And as far as the JP4, dang, losing my mind here. Lost it here. Let's go back. Yeah, the JP4 solar plugs, they come with different size wires to go into them. You can get them when you take 14 gauge, 16 gauge, 12 gauge, 10 gauge, and 8 gauge.
Yeah, I have a whole lot of 10 gauge wire from a certain kit that I can order for no charge. Not going to go there. And I have a lot of those that at my cabin, along with lots of different. I'm not worried about the electrical side of doing anything.
Wow, is that a Jackery?
Oh, shit. All righty. Well, send me that link too.
I did. This is just different pictures here of it.
Oh, okay.
And, look, all the different ones it hooks up to.
Sweet.
Yeah. Blue Eddy has the Anderson on it. Yeah, so you got all the different ones here that have the Anderson Power Pole connectors on it. And yeah.
Cool. Yeah, now I can fire up the other 4 panels and just leave that plug hanging there and charge my jack. Yeah, you don't have that on yours.
Mine only takes this, so it's like a computer plug.
That's the AC. That's for the AC hookup, and or from the cigarette lighter, which mine has the same thing. But I got the.
This one will do a solar panel, so the solar panel must have a different plug.
Yeah, probably has a different
adapter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at them, and on their website they didn't have the plug into the wall one, and so I found another one that I found a nice one on Amazon. Bought it. I'd messaged them. I left 2 messages on it. And finally, like several weeks later, after I bought the others, they said, "Oh yeah, we carry those. We just don't have them online yet."
Well, too late. I already bought one from somewhere else.
Yes, exactly.
It came from China, where yours come from.
Yeah,
and they have the stock, and you don't.
Yeah. But yeah, so there's all sorts of things you can do to get all these different ones to work together. And so when what I'm going to be doing, I don't have it. I got it in the kitchen. My Kodiak, 1500 watt.
That's big.
1500 watt power station. I'm going to be hooking it up to those 4 batteries, four of these, and that way I can keep those somewhere else. I have the house charging the Kodiak. Plugged into the Kodiak is going to be my Can't remember the brand. Standard brand for offices for their uninterrupted power supply under their desks. I got one there. And then if power goes out, then the Kodiak starts running low, then I bring these in, plug these in here, and I'm good for 2 days. So, another one coming in on your side there, Tammy.
Hey, thank you.
This is one of your longest running streams. We're coming up on 2 hours. Wow.
Actually, my longest my longest running non-special one was 4 hours when I had Dustin on it, and I'm trying to remember who else. It was a Thursday night one, and we went into the morning. Finally, everybody goes, "All right, we need to go to work tomorrow."
I was in there for part of it, but only part of it. I turned into a pumpkin late at night.
Yeah, that was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, we got good stuff going on, good information passing on, and so for some people, the solar stuff is their dream, their dream gear to get it going, to protect them. Along with that, Ben Gilmore just put out a video yesterday or Thursday on a 12-volt refrigerator unit chest, like a ice chest, but it's a refrigerator.
Yeah,
that runs on 12 volt and has multiple power inputs for it.
Yes, and they can be refrigerator or freezer, or you can. Some of them are divided, so half or a third, more like a third, is a freezer, and the other 2/3 is a refrigerator, or vice versa. You can set them up. Van City Van Life, he has that, and I follow him. He's tested out 2 different ones and found one that he likes. Where's the portable
sun?
Yeah, Kaylin, if
I want the sun up here right now to warm it up a little more.
I want it back here. Bring it to Michigan. We haven't had it in so many years.
All right, hang on here. Give me a second here. Minute, man.
Yeah, 3,000-mile extension cord.
Yeah, all those snowbirds used to go to Florida and bring us back sunshine, and apparently they've all retired from that job because we haven't.
Yeah, stayed there. Yep.
Yeah. This is the new Anchor Solex DC fridge, and so Minuteman Prep, and this is the latest from Minuteman Prep. This is it here. I sound on it for you guys, but we got the ad popping up. Don't want 50 cups of milk. So he's talking about it. Has the that's the control panel on it, showing it. So he has that good stuff on it. So it's got different inputs and everything here on it. Come on. So it's got, got your different things on here and stuff. So yeah, this is, if you guys want this video, this is a YouTube video from Minuteman Prep. There's a video if you guys want to watch it. Ben does a lot of stuff. I mean, every time he gets his hand on something new, he tests it. And he actually has the backstage passes for the equivalent of SHOT Show for solar stuff. Yeah. And he goes to that, and he puts videos out when he's there at that place all the time.
Hey Tammy, if I send you a text of a meme I just made just now for you, will it knock you off the stream?
No, as long as I don't click on it, it won't.
All right, well, here it comes.
Oh,
thank you, Mark.
Hang on here.
We're going to be like, I hate you.
All right. I got bring it up here. Here's a meme. My new favorite insult.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Tammy, you hang me up real quick to stifle that.
I'm streaming my channel. I have to be careful what I say. I'm gonna say what I really want to say.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the other one here.
Yes, there you go. I like the one. It's a picture like
the gold is gone. It's loaded with eggs.
I like the one.
That explains why they've been killing off all the chickens.
I like the one. It's like 24 eggs on a towel laying there, all different colors and sizes. It says, "We'll trade for 73 Chevy pickup." Hey, Gil, I just sent you the same one I sent to Tammy on your Gray Man prepping email. You can post it, and that way Tammy can look at it and go, "Yep, now I really hate you," because the whole world knows.
That's it. Don't tell Mark any of your secrets. Note to
It's
self.
not a secret. It's like you say something that makes my imagination go, and like, I can make a meme for that.
Oh, I got a t-shirt. I need a meme for a t-shirt. I got a t-shirt idea last night from Patty, the tinkerer's wife. I've got to go back and I got to do a whack a troll.
Oh,
t-shirt.
Yeah. Okay.
It's up to, I got it saved for Thursday.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Tammy. You have to see it on Thursday, or wait until the stream is over and pull it up on your phone.
All right.
It's only you northern people that are bitching all the time about things, son.
Other dream gear that some people want to talk, listening to them on their live streams and their videos and stuff. Some have electric power for everything, and we really want to get a propane stove.
Yeah. So what are you waiting for?
The things are on electricity. They don't have the propane to do it. Well, you don't have to have. If you're going to use the propane stove, is you go ahead and get it now, and hook it up to a tank. That's your emergency stove when the power goes out.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you have it outside under a patio cover, come summertime, that's where you do your canning and cooking. Keep the house cool.
I have my dream stove. That 1930s home comfort wood cook stove is my dream. I'm just trying to find the chimney part that's missing. But that's another story.
Come on. Who is a welder in your family? I'm sure he knows people in sheet metal shops that could make
I have a metal fabricator that used to work at a sheet metal shop. I just have to be able to get him the specifications, and that's not easy, but I did find the book. So now that I have the book, I have the specifications again.
Yeah, let's see. What else? What other dream stuff that's probably out that people aren't thinking about? Covered solar, all the different types of propane things you can do. The Mr. Buddy heater is a great specialty gear that people should have, because if the power goes out, you're on natural gas, and you don't have a way to run the electricity to your furnace, you're without heat.
Get the extension cord so you can run it off the 5-pound tank, because you don't want to keep changing those 2 pounds. Just saying.
I got the 30-pound tanks that I run it off of.
I got the 20-foot tube on mine. Unfortunately, my propane tank is right next to the garage door inside right now, but the door is open a little bit because propane sinks and the fan is blowing air out anyway. So
back on the stove thing, though, I don't want a propane stove. I want an Amish propane refrigerator. I have a camper one in my cabin. I want a full-size propane refrigerator.
You can probably find.
They make them. I've seen. They're not that much. They're the same cost as a regular electric one at the Amish. We have an Amish Hardware, and the Amish Hardware actually has another building with Amish appliances, and I want one. It's on my wish list.
Oh, is that the one that has like a museum where they have a lot of stuff up on the top shelf you can't buy? I think you mentioned that, and I put up their website. Oh no, there was an
I,
interview. There was an interview with some news lady
No.
went in there. Another one? Okay.
Nope. That's Layman's Hardware in Kidron, Ohio.
That's right. Yep.
They probably do sell them, but then they'd have to ship it to Michigan, where this store has them within a 30-mile radius of my home.
Sweet.
So I can go in, buy one, stick it in the back of my truck, just like you do the regular refrigerator, and
Take it
bring it
home.
home.
Yeah. Let's see.
I should look into that for the cabin instead of the little electric dorm
Yeah.
fridge I got.
Yeah, because if you have a big propane tank, they're more energy efficient than the electric, so it really doesn't take that much propane. So they're actually wind up being cheaper if propane
And
is.
I bet they're not. I bet they're not quote energy efficient. So you got to watch out for the freezer icing up and that. But hey, my grandmother and mother did that. Yeah, never had a frost free until I was in high school.
At most, mine runs for a week, and then I just unplug it and leave the door open, throw a couple towels on the bottom if I got a little bit of ice build up in there, let the towels absorb it, and they'll dry out in the cabin anyway.
Actually, they are. They're very well made and they're very modern made. They're made. They actually are energy efficient. I don't think they have the self defroster.
Yeah,
but,
when I say energy efficient, talking about the frost free and all the other crap they tack onto it, which you don't need. So it's not frost free. Yeah. But it is very energy efficient, being propane.
Yeah. It's very well insulated too. Like
like the old ones, like the ones my grandma had when I was growing up, that cost less than the modern ones do.
Yeah, the old submarine door refrigerator freezer. Love those things.
Yeah.
Made that distinct thunk when you shut the door. Big handles on it. Love that.
Yeah.
If we're dreaming,
okay, go ahead.
On the same note, before I forget, if we're dreaming big, I want one of those things that goes on the air conditioner so I can make a walk-in cooler room. The Justin Rhodes has it. They have it in their house. They've super insulated a room in their house with 2 thicknesses of the foam.
That was a walk-in.
And then they have this adapter that goes on and it replaces the thermostat on their air conditioner. And they use a regular window air conditioner to make a walk-in cooler.
Cool. Excellent.
Yeah. And those things are not that expensive.
Yeah.
Nah, you can get a 5,000 BTU AC unit for like.
No, the little thermostat thing.
Oh, the thermostat
is really cheap.
Yeah.
It's the insulation in the room.
It goes down colder than your standard household.
Yeah, it overrides that so that you can cool it down and you can have it like 40 degrees in there.
Yeah. All right. I saw a video. Guy was showing all these old style refrigerators. And some of the things are real cool. The one, he closed it the one way and has a handle like this. You do it this way and pull on it and it opens that way. You turn it this way and pull on it and it opens that way. Either way. And then there was one he opened it up and all the shelves, metal wire, stainless steel shelves, pulled out on rollers and went back in. Or there was another one where it pivoted out.
Yeah, I've seen that one. That was
cool. He was showing all the different ones. And what I thought was coolest when he showed a couple of them, where is the compressor unit on all refrigerators or residential refrigerators since 1960?
In the bottom.
In the back instead of the top.
In the bottom.
Yeah, it used to be on top.
Up on top. Oh, we need to hide it. Yeah.
No. See, that's the thing. Heat rises, cool drops. Those compressors on top were more efficient because the cool dropped. Hiding them in the back didn't help us.
No.
Yeah, well, you have the back piece too, but the motor itself produces a lot of heat too.
Yeah.
And so the ones where they had everything up on top, and when they had it up on top with the motor going, it actually had a fan blowing through the coils.
Yeah.
Which they don't have on the modern ones.
Of course, in the summertime, it sucks in your house because you're blowing warm air in there, but you're still blowing warm air even from the new ones that are underneath, except they're warming your refrigerator, which is making the compressor work longer and harder if you want to go there. So, yeah, you're going to get the heat no matter what you do.
Caitlin, get a hose, one of those hose winder things, and set that on top of that tank because they're hollow underneath. She said she wants to get one. I said, and hide it on her porch. You can hide it with that hose cover.
Yeah.
Just put a lawn chair in front of it and throw a piece of, just get some kind of a nylon cover to cover it. Nobody will know it's there.
Hang on here. So this one here. I'm looking something up here.
So you put it in there. As long as it's tall enough to put it in upright.
Okay, so right now, Flame King has the $53 5-pounder has a little gauge on it. The one without the gauge is $50. The 5-pound hauler kit, which has a little bag that the tank fits into, and the hose fits into everything that with. So you got the hose, the tank, and the cover. That's $100. There's one that looks like a ice chest.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, this has holds 4 1-pound bottles in it. The little bag here, but they got
I like that. A backpack carrier for your propane tank. All right.
Yeah. For your 5 or 10-pound propane tank. So when you're packing it into the campsite and you don't want to, and you can't burn firewood, you can't burn wood because there's no burn policy. You got to use the stove to cook everything on. Yeah, I can see that.
No, that's for me. That's for me. I have one of those. I love it.
I got one
That's
too.
what that's for.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the flamethrower backpack.
Yeah. Yep. Don't tell Corky. Yeah.
Remember, she's watching.
I don't know if she's still watching or not. Corky, you still here?
Oh, she commented less than 12 minutes ago. So
yeah. All right.
Although she's probably putting Fred to bed at this time.
Kaylin. So the cheapest 5-pounder was the $50 $50 one here. However, to double the volume of that for the 10-pounder is $72. So it's 50% more for double it. But I don't know if you can handle moving the 10-pounder around.
Yeah, it's got to fit in her grocery hauler suitcase.
Yeah, exactly.
So good luck. You might have to get a new grocery hauler suitcase. It's a little bigger.
Hang on. Get
a backpack for it.
No.
Here's a shorty.
Here's a shorty 11-pounder.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Those are nice. Those fit in your RV underbellies really nicely.
Let me take a quick look down here.
Get a can of red spray paint, paint it red. Next time you go to Lowe's, rip a Craftsman sticker off of something and slap it on there and tell people it's just an air tank.
Air compressor tank.
You got to think outside the box. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, and this one is 12 inches by 12 inches by 13.
She can have it because they can have barbecue grills on her deck. So she doesn't really have to hide it.
Yeah. So
they
would
want to
store it out on the deck, not in the house.
Yes.
But so there's the so there's your picture difference. So it's the same diameter of a standard tank, but it's only 13 inches tall. And it looks more like it looks like you could, it's an air compressor tank.
Yeah, just paint it the pancake. It looks like a pancake tank.
Yep.
Just put a little nylon cover over the top so they can't see what the nozzle looks like, and yeah, sure, it's an air compressor tank.
All right, so
You're not
Karen,
gonna put that close enough to know
it's 12 inches round. See if that'll fit in your grocery hauler or not. But yeah, that's but you just got to find out being able to get it filled somewhere on the bus. Take the bus to get it filled somewhere and get it back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, it weighs a little more when you add 10 pounds of propane to it.
Yep.
Like 10 pounds more.
Yep. Perfect. Hide it behind your plants.
Hell, just take a small flower pot with a tray on it and put it on top.
No, you just go to the thrift store and find some sort of little cozy cover that'll fit over it.
Mm-hmm.
Make it a ghillie suit and it'll fit. It'll look like it's part of the plants.
Yeah, there you go. Spray painted camouflage.
All right, you just made me think something. Yeah, you spray paint it, but I'll bring it back up here. Up on the top, you get some. Up on the top, you put a round shelf to fit on the top of it.
Yeah,
put your potted plant on.
It's a plant stand. Perfect.
Yeah, and you camouflage paint it.
Yep.
Or you get your acrylic paints out there, and you start making it look like a vining plant or something.
Just lose the white color.
Paint it. Yeah, just paint it. Put some ivy.
Go
to Dollar Tree, and they have those peel and stick stickers with all the flowers and stuff, and just cover it with those.
Paint it a medium green first, and then put all the flowers on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, there's a. Okay, what other specialty stuff? So if you're gardening, a person for their dream specialty gear might be a rototiller.
Or one of those Hori knives.
That too.
I don't have one yet. I need one.
Yeah. Hang on. I just thought of something here. I gotta go digging. For this one here. So I'm looking. I gotta take this back to the.
While you're doing that, I have one more thing on that list. Those little like drills that drill so you can plant your bulbs.
Okay, I can bring up that here. Cordless. There we go.
Yeah, it's like a little auger for your drill.
Okay.
I think of the word.
Here you go. If you want battery powered stuff, they got cordless little rototillers.
Yeah,
my sister has the Mantis one like that, and it really, even in our sand, it does not do as well as you would think.
They make it look pretty because they're doing it in fluffy dirt they just dumped out of a bag from Home Depot.
Yeah, we have really fluffy sand here, loamy sand, and that Mantis still can't. We went and got the gas powered one from down the road.
I'm looking here probably at the 15 amp one here, which takes probably several batteries plugged into the back.
Yep.
But
Craftsman makes a lawnmower that takes 2 of the 20-volt battery packs. I'm like, what are you cutting? The median strip in front of your restaurant? That's it?
My son-in-law bought the I think it was Yardworks. Takes 2 of the 40 volt batteries on it. Yeah. And he mows he mows a big area over there when he gets off his butt and mows. All right.
My neighbor bought one of those when they first came out, the electric lawnmowers, and I was working the afternoon or night shift at the hospital, and I came home and we shared a little strip of median of grass between our 2 driveways, and I pulled in and I parked. It's pitch black, could not see him out there. 3 o'clock in the morning, couldn't hear him, and he says, "Hi, Tammy," and I'm jumped, and he's out there mowing the lawn. Couldn't even hear him with that electric lawnmower. Oh my gosh!
Okay.
Hey, Gil, you remember that YouTube short video they did? This had to be 10, 12 years ago. The guy plugging in the electric lawnmower and starting to push it forward. All of a sudden, the mower just takes off like a hovercraft. Do you remember? That was a long time. That one just came to mind. I was like,
this solved the mystery of why his lawn was always really, really short, but I never saw him mow it.
Yeah, middle of the night when nobody's around.
Yep.
All right, here's one for you guys. Here is the 18-inch long, 1.25 inch diameter auger. And if you need a little bit bigger, you need a bigger one. This is the bigger one, and it is the 3.5 inch auger, 25-inch long. Takes it will fit a 3/8 hex drive cordless drill, but I found out it works better with the 1/2 inch that has the handle on the side.
Yeah, don't hit a rock, you break your wrist.
Yeah.
And see, I could plant a lot of fruit trees with that. The little ones.
So yeah, they got there's the 3.5. This one here, 3.5 by 16, 3 inch by 12 inch, 32 inch by 2 inch.
That's all you need for tulips.
Yep, exactly. So they got all sorts of different sizes. Ooh, cool. I gotta look at that one. Gotta look. Oh, wait a 4 inch.
And you can mix paint with it.
Yes. So you got a 1.6 inch diameter by 9 inch, 2 inch by 14 and a half, 2.6 inch by 16, and 3 inch by 12 inch. 12 inch. That's the shorter, bigger, fatter one. So you look around and see what fits best for you, what gets done, what you want to get done. The first one I got was this one here, the 1.5 inch. But I wound up getting this one here because this one here just works so great. I just go zip with my big Milwaukee drill, and the excess dirt that falls back in, I take the little 3-inch pots, pull it off, set it in there so it sits just a little bit high, pour the water in it, and the water all goes down. It settles down into the right height, and I'm on to the next one. But yeah, this is my favorite one right now.
Yep. That's on my wish list.
Yeah. Oh, and so yeah, so if you're looking for some dream items for gardening, I guarantee you that drill, that 3.5 inch drill, auger for the drill. Oh yeah, and just to save you guys, let me show you what I use with it. Have it here. I get it to work right. Half inch. See if I'll bring up the one I have here. No, they're showing the small ones. Well, that's still not the one I have. That one on the side, the right angle one, is closest to what I have. It's a big monster like that with a big handle on it. But it's got the big handle on the side, and they're not showing the. All right, let me do this one here.
I have a 1942 Miller's Falls gear drive. That thing weighs about 30 pounds, and it's a half inch chuck on it. That thing will. Well, it broke my teeth a long time ago, but anyway, that's another story.
Yeah, Dang, they're not showing it. But it's similar to that one right here, the 10 amp one here. Big monster. But it has the bigger handle on it. It has the big monster handle on it. I mean, the handle is that big long piece of pipe, 18 inches long. Yep. And you screw it on the side, and it's got the D handle attachment on the back, like that one there. But it's got the big thing on it. Oh yeah, I've drilled.
That's a shoulder brace. That's for pushing on it with your shoulder.
I've drilled a 3-inch arbor wood drill through a beam. And they're like, reverse it, take it out, clean it all out. It's just it's a power monster to do some monster jobs. And my wife, when I first got it, right after we got married, she goes, "Why do you need that?" Until the first time I was having to drill, she tried using the drill. I can't get through. I pulled that sucker out, went through. She goes, "Okay." Yeah, that's your little That's your little sidearm for the military. This is your M60 machine gun. I didn't tell her about the equivalent of the Mod Deuce we had at work that had 2 teeth handles on it. It was almost like an auger for drilling the thing, but it was for drilling through steel. And you had 2 people on there, 2 people running it.
Yeah. It freaked my dad out when this thing hooked a nail and I was going sideways, and that pipe, it was just a piece of 3/4 inch galvanized pipe handle, came right at me, got me right. It blew my lip up and knocked my front tooth back. And my dad lost it. He thought I was going to die. I didn't realize it was just my lip was all blown out, and then took me to his dentist like right away. And he was going to pull the tooth forward and bond it back to the other teeth, so it healed up that way. It didn't break the tooth, but yeah, it was close to being just loose and floppy. I probably could have popped it out with a pair of pliers real quick.
Good thing you didn't.
Yeah, it was not a good day. I still have the tooth and whatever. It was not a good day.
Doesn't sound like a good day at all.
It was a bad day.
One of the I have all this. I have a whole bunch of information on the computer in the living room where I'm writing my books, and maybe I can bring it up here. Maybe I can find it here. Let's see if I can find it here. Dang. Argo. That's it.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
ATV. Yeah, here we go.
I'll be right back.
Come on here. Okay, so the Argo ATV, here we go. There's one of them, but let's go to the Argo equipment. Sasquatch to see if this brings it up here. That's just the cover for it. Dang it. Argo Adventure. Does that have everything in it? So those are the parts. Oh, it comes with an 8-wheel trailer. It floats. They both float.
My brother had one of those. The trailer is still sitting down at his place. I don't know if the tracked vehicle that pulled that trailer is still down there or not, but he had, and they would go through water and float.
Yeah. And you can buy tracks. You can buy tracks for it. It's rubber tired. You can buy tracks for it, or you can just run it without tracks.
I'll have to ask my other nephew when he comes down here again. Yeah. If my brother's is still down there. My brother passed away, so there's a lot of things that have been sitting down there for the last 15 years that nobody has keys to or knows what to do with. They just sit.
There's a cute one. Come on, give me the big picture.
Yeah.
This is a used one. It's got 8 wheels, two bench seats, seats 4 people or 6 if you squeeze kids in between.
Yep. Those things will float quite a distance.
Oh
So
yeah.
you can go through like some pretty gnarly swamps as long as you stay away from sticks that'll poke into the tires.
Yeah.
You can go, if you get the tracks, you can go through like some, and they'll float. He did some pretty, I wish that we had the video equipment back then when he was doing all the stuff he was doing.
Yeah.
That's the brother that I think they were spying on, and then they based all of the Red Green show on all the stupid things he was doing. He had the windshield wipers on his chicken coop that open and shut the doors on his chicken coop like they had on their clubhouse. I swear that somebody was sitting out here with spy glasses on, and somebody bought him the Red Green suspenders. He had no idea. He'd never watched the TV show. He had no idea what it was. And those were his favorite suspenders. And he had the hat and the plaid shirt. And then I'm like, that guy was so based on my brother. It's not funny.
But yeah, so there is a whole bunch of different type of ATVs and stuff. Shoot. There are things for your pickup too, dream stuff. And I would love to get a 4-wheel drive truck and then get this here. Hopefully I can find it here. There's some different variants here. And so the one down here on the bottom, you drive up into it, and then it kind of locks the tire in. But then there's ones where you take the tire off.
Oh, those track things for the yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So basically, you take the tire off and you bolt up the lugs to, it bolts on just like a tire does. And they got, like standard or the extra long. And it has the
yeah.
And some of them are double wide, and they use for their track thing the thing off of Polaris snowmobiles.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, each side is like 2 Polaris snowmobile tracks on it.
But
there was a guy riding in Utah. I saw the video today. I didn't save it because I wasn't thinking about it. He was out riding the backcountry, and he rode across an abandoned mine shaft.
Oops.
Went down about 25 feet, hung on a branch or a root down there, and they rescued him. How they got to him was they had several pickups with these type of tracks on there. Got out there, and they had a cherry picker A-frame off the front end with a thing going over the back, and they ran a pulley down, and they pulled him out from 25 feet out, air flighted him out. And then they pulled out the snowmobile out.
Oh,
and
wow.
It was because they had stuff that had these tracks on it, and they had extra long, extra wide. I mean, these should look like a tank driving out there almost, but it was pickup.
They're snowcats with a pickup body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and it's just, you can drive your pickup year round. You just got to switch from the summer tires to the winter tires to the crap tracks.
Yeah, but what's the gas mileage with those cracks?
Yeah, you don't count that.
You're not going to be going fast anyways. You're going to probably drive it around in low gear. So yeah, no matter what.
Yeah, but you're not going to get very far. You're going to have to pour the gas in as you're driving along. It's not going to.
Gallons
They move fairly
quick.
Let me see if I can find the. Let me see if I can find it here. Let me go back here.
I saw one video. The guy took a snowmobile, completely took it apart, used the track. It was basically a power sled he made, and it was cool. He used it for ice fishing, and he loaded it up. He had like a flatbed on it and a handlebar.
Oh, an old GMC truck. Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay, they're not showing the. Here they got the whole Jeep and everything set up for sale. I was hoping they were going to have a video of it going. Okay. Let's do it this way here.
Click on videos.
No.
Just
YouTube. All right. This one here is the one you drive onto. And
this is for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are just so cool.
The tire drives up in there, and it's got got rubbers and stuff on it to hold it in place, and so that locking thing you to put on first. I would like to see an actual speed run on it to see how fast it really is going or how slow. Let's see if I find one of the other ones here.
I'm getting ready to turn into a pumpkin.
Yeah, I know, me too. I have to go cut about 3 cords of firewood tomorrow.
Okay. I'm looking at the speed of the windshield wipers going on the other one, and so that's cooking along. That one's drawing a leveler with it. But the one that had the windshield wipers going on it, was doing pretty good. See, the windshield wipers are kind of a clue to how fast it's going. Whoa. Hang on. Back up here, Mark. Do you see what I'm seeing on tractors?
Oh, there you go.
Mud tires. You can go mudding now.
Yeah, we can put them on our Coyotes and go anywhere.
And mud treads. Yeah,
cool.
I don't think I'm going to be going into places like that because when the lower end of my property in the spring is wet, I just don't go there. It's easier. I don't have to worry about getting the chains and using my bucket to pull me out 12 inches at a time. Yeah. No.
Just come along.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. On your quick disconnect, just get the winch.
Yeah. I'm gonna run right out when I get stuck to the local store and spend $4,000 on a winch to pull my stupid butt.
In that case, on the bucket in the center, in the back, where you figure where to go, you get a Harbor Freight winch and just connect it to your thing. Just winch yourself out.
No, I just tip the bucket down and I wrap the chain around it to a tree, and then I tip the bucket up and pull myself out 6 inches at a time. Get off the tractor, get muddy, repeat 400 times, and never go there again.
All right. So you guys are tired. We're going to wrap it up here, folks. Thank you for the 8 of you that are still sticking in here watching. And so Monday on Camp Pat and Family Compound, we're talking about canning beef with different seasonings and flavorings in it to make meal prep easier. Tuesday on Tactical Tuesday, let me bring it up here so I can remember. Tactical Tuesday is large or small caliber. We're going to delve a little bit deeper than what we did today on PPUs. Thursday's the Midnight Ride. Friday on Camp Patton is spring is almost here. We talk about garden prep and things you need to do, starting seedlings. If you're in the northern states, what size pots to start your seedlings in and stuff. And then next Saturday here is the first of the after the event. What are your plans? And we're going to talk about how it works and stuff. And I may give an example of an event there, so everyone sees what's coming up on Saturdays from now on. It's going to be after the event. We've got after the power grid collapses, after China's economy collapses, after supply chain fails, after California falls into the sea, after the mega local disaster happens. So we're going to talk about different things. So with that, everybody, go to bed, get a good night's sleep.
Have a good night.
And